organizations and the varying activities that we work on within Student Life Leadership. Our office is broken up into 4 different sections, and we'll be going over that with you today.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ray Lara. I am the Assistant Director of Student Life Activities, and so I'll be assisting with the presentation today. So we'll give you a little, just the tip of the iceberg of what Student Life Leadership is. Under that ice, there's a lot of components we go over, so we'll give you a little view of what we do here, and then if you have any questions, let us know at the end.
To start off, I wanted to go over Student Life Leadership's mission statement, which is to promote student success and development, inclusive engagement, and civic responsibility. We cultivate transformational leadership experiences for our diverse community. So each one of the sections in our office, we pretty much ingrain this mission statement into everything that we do. So I'm actually going to go over each of the 4 areas. So the first area is leadership and service, which is the area you're in right now. This is the Glacier Leadership Service area, and they also deal with a lot of community service as well. The area that you just walked through was a lot of our student organization tabling, and then at the very end is commuter life. So it's for our students that do not live on campus, but they commute to and from school. And then we have our fraternity and sorority life, which is actually on the right wing of the office. So instead of making a left when you came in, if you made a right, they're typically in that corner there. Some of the many services provided by Student Life and Leadership are student development, student success, leadership development, and pretty much when we use these areas of opportunity ingrained in our program, what we're looking for as an outcome is that we retain students to school, so we make sure that they continue into their next year, make sure they have satisfaction with SDSU as a student in general, and then making sure that we provide that community development to students as well.
So one of the areas that you're actually in right now is the leadership and service, and so with this is actually called the Glacier Center, Jeffrey Glacier Center for Leadership and Service Center. So with this one, we provide anything from community service, which is the Asset Unity Project. We also offer the leadership minor classes. So is anybody in leadership minors? Is anybody taking any leadership classes? No? Should. Only instructor is pretty cool. So leadership minor is more of a structured curriculum that you go through to obtain your leadership, leadership classes in the minor. We have also leadership certificate. In the leadership certificate, we offer workshops on time management, study skills. We do also something called True Colors, and so many workshops that are based on your leadership style. We also do conflict styles, and it's also just more about your personal development and professional development and how you can apply those skills or what you learn about yourself to your studies, to your professional life, or also your family life, because a lot of that is intersectional, and also it is one of those things that is congruent, meaning together. Besides that, we also have the leadership retreats. It's called in team. So one of them is focused on the Greek life leaders, and the one student work leaders. So we have one that's happening in November. We go to Palomar Mountain. Alright, whatever they tell me to go, I go. So I don't exactly remember it. I know we go in Julian in January for core, and both of those are really fun. Those are for, again, our student leaders here on campus. The other thing we do is that we have the peer leadership consultants, so the PLCs, and they're all part of either have been part of the leadership minor, or they're part of our program here with leadership. And what they do is they act as peer advisors for students, really helping them follow the path of leadership, but not only leadership, but also guide them through mentor perspective. So a lot of them are upperclassmen, and they're going to graduate soon, or they have experienced a lot of different, growth in their life, and they want to share it to others. The other one is the Leadership Summit Conference. And so the Leadership Summit happens on February each year. It's a conference for all students to attend. It's usually put on by professional and faculty staff. Also sometimes with graduate staff involved. And it really is an opportunity for students to come in and learn about leadership, personal growth, and professional development. Again, so it's open to all students, and please apply. It's again in February. And last year, I believe we had over 500 people attend, and it was the first year we actually had people from different universities come in. So we have one from Cal State San Marcos. We have people from Wisconsin, people from I believe Alaska came, Seattle. So it was really starting to become a national conference for students to come in.
So you apply to be in the minor?
Yeah, so that's a different program, and you always apply, you have to declare a minor. And so the first class is called the ARP 205, which is the one I teach, but there's always information sessions to come in. The admin job period just passed, but if you want to sit in one of the sessions, you can just let one of the instructors know I'm one of them, and we can arrange that for you to sit in one of the sessions. If you're interested for next year, spring, you're more than welcome to sign up for a class. Okay? Quest for the best, this is usually for juniors and seniors. They are coming towards, they're at the pinnacle or their college careers, and also they're finishing up their college careers for a lot of them. And it's really a combination of all the things they have done on campus, from community service to leadership. It's really a philanthropical award. And so it's called Quest for the Best because usually about 8 or 10 individuals are chosen from the campus. We do an interview process. It involves a selection committee. At the end of this whole process, we then announce those individuals at this big banquet. It's called Quest for the Best. Last year, I believe, was the 30th anniversary we had, and that was a huge one. We had alumni come in from all those years, from 1980s, 90s. We did a kind of like retro theme to it for everything. And so we had over 500 people attend this year because of the 30. Next year, because it's going to be the 31st, it won't be as big, but usually it's around 90 to 100 people that attend those banquets. Again, I talked about that Asset Unity project as an opportunity for students to get involved. Anybody can sign up. We have done anything from cleaning up the San Diego River to going to Father Joe's Village, and it's really an opportunity for students to get together. One day it's all about reflecting on what they're going to do, really planning out the day for the next day, and then once you go ahead and do the activity, then you reflect on what you learned. And a lot of the lessons that I learned from that is not just about life, but it's also about how you can take that on your professional development later on, take those skills and really apply them to not only who you are, but also to your future growth. We also have a lot of partnerships with local nonprofits. We have partnerships again with Father Joe's Village. And it's all part of reporting hours. So if you complete over 100 hours of community service, you get a certificate for that. So it's something, again, if you're looking to add to your resume, so you're ambassadors now. So if you're looking forward later on to get, when you finish your career, trying to see where professional jobs you can go, that's something that you can go in your resume. Again, we provide a lot of community service projects, and I talked about the certificate community service. Any questions on that? That's a lot of information on there, and it's a lot of information overload. But if you have any questions, yeah.
For the leadership retreats, what one did you say was for Greek life and what one was?
So it would be team, I believe, is for Greek life, and core is for students. They're both really fun. So usually around 40 members go to that. So commuter life, how many of you are commuters? Everybody? Okay. So a little bit about myself, I forgot to give a backstory to who I am. So I came here as a transfer student in San Diego State. I myself commuted really far from Chula Vista all the way up here, because I grew from Chula Vista as well. What was that? Oh, my bad. So I'm going to run through this. I didn't know we were time yet. So we have this commuter program, and so it's for students with commuter. We have a commuter center that's available for students. We offer workshops, we offer events, just like anything else. Most of all, it's just a home away from home for students who are commuting on campus, and so we offer a lot of opportunities for them to get involved.
The main thing we would like to point out for the Community Resource Center is there's an actual safe or break in the center for students to come hang out, work on homework. We also have a refrigerator and a microwave, so if you're actually bringing your lunch to campus, you can put your lunch in the refrigerator, come back during one of your breaks, microwave, eat in the office. So we really make it that comfortable setting where you can come in and just kind of hang out, as well as participate in the many workshops that they provide. Any student that attends a workshop, they actually get 10 free prints in our office, and we'll give them a card where we can mark off the prints that they receive.
Otherwise, 10 cents at the library.
Yes.
Or if you have a 15-page paper, $1.50 bucks for your food.
So the next area is student organizations and activities. So we pretty much oversee the recognition of student organizations. We have over 350 different student orgs on campus. So a lot of our organizations are going through that process right now, becoming renewed. We also pretty much host a lot of different summits and leadership programs. So this weekend we're going to have our student involvement boot camp, where we're going over a lot of the processes of how to start an event on campus, or kind of the components that go into that. So we oversee a lot of that, as well as with a lot of the different student officers that hold positions within the organization. They have to go through SOCHIA training, which is our student organization conflict
Identity awareness.
Almost got it.
Getting close.
So they pretty much have to do this once they go through this training. They don't have to do it anymore, but it's just making sure that they're pretty much capable of overseeing their organization. Some of the many events that we oversee are Aztec Nights. So we're doing comedy night this Friday. We invite all of you to come out. Next weekend will be Lights Out, which is pretty much a glow-in-the-dark kind of dance in the ENS field. So again, please come. We'll love to see you. So we work with different collaborators across campus to host events, as well as oversee the One SDSU community events as well. For fraternity and sorority life, I know we have a couple minutes to go, but there's pretty much 4 different councils, so depending on the type of sorority or the type of fraternity, they are overseen by an actual council. They are going through the recruiting process right now, so you'll see a lot of them that are actually going to different events. But you'll see some of their values. They have 8 core values, and I went ahead and listed that on the slide as well for you to look into. But it's very sister and family orientated. You're pretty much sisters and brothers for life, as long life relationships, as well as they have a huge alumni engagement. Alumni love to come back and give back to them, and they help a lot with a lot of the different events going on. So they're very supportive, and it's definitely something to look into for people that are interested. I believe we have over 46.
We have 44 last year. We're looking to add 2 more fraternity, well, 1 fraternity, sorority, probably 46. And the reason why it's such an appeal if anybody is in Greek life now is that it's really a national network of brotherhood and sisterhood for those who are involved. And so if you go to any conferences or any other opportunities where you have to get a job somewhere and then they know somebody within that network, and you are part of a Greek fraternity, is something that they will definitely look at you for potential jobs in the future. So it's really a network that it's really appealing for a lot of students.
So that was SLL in a nutshell. Any other questions?
Could you repeat what the SOCIA stands for again?
Our student
Student organization, conflict, identity awareness. I have said that many times. I know it like that.
Thank you.
No problem.